We had a productive meeting with the MTA board chairman, Mr. Prendergast, yesterday. He was in Albany where we were discussing the MTA capital plan for 2015 to 2019. And it's an ambitious plan, but it falls short in terms of the community needs that for those I represent. And we're really looking, myself and my colleagues, for the North Shore BRT, on Staten Island, as well as the West Shore rail link to be included or at least acknowledged. Also on the Brooklyn side, elevator service for some of the subways because we have a large senior population. And we feel that oftentimes those outer boroughs are neglected by the MTA. Meanwhile, they've spent billions upon billions on projects like the Second Avenue subway, the Long Island East Side Access Project going into Penn Station, and projects like that have been overrun and over schedule. So we saw the Long Island East Side Access Project, for instance, go into what's now a $6 billion overestimate in cost, as well as a 10-year overrun in schedule. So when I had asked the chairman about this, he said that he acknowledged that there have been some mismanagement issues in the past, but moving forward they're being very prudent, and you do see them cutting back in many areas. However, as a delegation, we're hesitant to be fighting for more funds from the state to be added to the MTA if we're not going to see our local communities being taken care of. So far, the city has kicked in, or at least committed to $1 billion, and the state has only committed to 10% more than that, $1.1 billion to this capital plan, which is a total of $30 billion. Most of the money is coming from MTA bonds or bridge and tunnels, as well as the federal government plays a large part in this. But certainly the state should in the future be making a larger commitment, especially being that it's 12 counties that are represented by the MTA's territory. So what I think we should do is really keep the pressure on the MTA to make sure that Staten Island and Southwest Brooklyn are going to be included in the next rounds, making sure that we're going to get the needs for our community, and in return, we will advocate for those funds that are vital to keeping this MTA running, so we're not seeing it in a $34 billion deficit as we are today.